When Playboy magnate Hugh Hefner died at the age of 91, he left behind his wife, former Playmate Crystal Harris. And regardless of how people may have felt about their unconventional relationship, Harris has maintained that she was in it for love. Here's what life is like for Harris now. The week following her husband's death, the then 31-year-old Harris apologized for not returning the outpouring of condolences she had received, telling People magazine, "I am heartbroken. I am still in disbelief." Whereas many may be critical of Hefner's salacious lifestyle, Harris certainly saw him differently, revealing that her late husband was a, quote, kind and humble soul who opened up his life and home to the world.
And this is now going to be a completely conventional marriage, yes?
Mm-hmm. Well, as conventional as my life ever becomes, yes.
About a year after Hefner's death, Harris told Fox News she was doing okay since losing her husband, admitting, "The first few months were really hard for me. I didn't really go anywhere." But then Harris decided to see the world. She first went to Africa and admitted she's been traveling ever since, maybe to keep herself occupied while she figures out her next move. She said, "I'm still trying to navigate my path. I was living at the Playboy mansion for 10 years and so much involved with Hef and his life, so now I'm kind of trying to find my own path." Obviously, world travel doesn't come cheap. But at least Harris was able to take advantage of her late husband's fortune, right? Well, not as much as you'd think. In 2013, Us Weekly cited an anonymous source claiming Harris had signed an ironclad prenup before marrying Hefner. According to the source, Hef's will hadn't yet been updated to include Harris.
I'm going to prenup lawyers and, lawyers to do a show. I don't know. It just makes me realize that money isn't everything.
Even if Harris did inherit Hefner's wealth, his fortune may be slimmer than initially estimated. While it was reported that his net worth was upwards of $45 million at the time of his death, Fortune estimated a figure closer to $15 million or less. While that's not exactly chump change, there probably wouldn't be a whole lot of cash left for Harris after divvying up the sum between Hefner's 4 children. Harris may have been excluded from her husband's will, but that doesn't mean she was totally left hanging. Just a few days after the Playboy founder passed, TMZ obtained the deed to a home Hefner purchased back in 2013, located in the Hollywood Hills. As it turned out, the deed was held in a trust controlled by Harris. While it wasn't exactly on par with the Playboy mansion, Harris later confirmed that she owned the property via the LA Times, but she wouldn't be keeping it for long. A few months after Hefner's death, Harris put the home on the market for $7.2 million. After dropping the price several times, Harris finally sold it in January 2019 for $5 million, according to Zillow. In late 2018, Harris revealed that she'd been enjoying getting back into real estate, telling NBC,
I have about 5 properties now that I kind of buy and flip and rent, and it's a lot of fun. My mom's a broker, and I had my real estate license when I was 18.
Harris explained that she has her finger firmly on the pulse of an in-demand market, telling the LA Times, "Over time, you get used to the market. I know the areas where I can buy a house for $1.2 million, tear it down, build something better, and sell it for $3 million." Despite her already packed schedule, Harris also plays a big part in keeping her late husband's memory alive, acting as vice president of the Hugh M. Hefner Foundation. She told Fox News, "It's a way for me to really still feel connected to him, so I'm really appreciative of being able to push his legacy forward."
Hugh M. Hefner has championed individual freedom and the First Amendment for more than 60 years.
As part of her efforts, Harris coordinated with Julian's to auction off 800 items that once belonged to Hefner. Even the Playboy founder's iconic captain's hat and silk pajamas were included, the proceeds of which went to the foundation.
He has pajamas in every single color of the rainbow and about 10 pairs of each color, which is insane.
She told Fox, "We're really excited about it because this is what Hef wanted. He wanted his memorabilia and everything to go to the foundation to raise money to preserve his legacy."
It all started here. I'm looking at the first issue of Playboy ever with Marilyn Monroe on the cover. Amazing.
Widowed at just 31, Harris told NBC Access she's starting to think about dating again. But as to her type, she joked,
I don't think there's any more 86-year-olds in silk pajamas. I don't know.
But for better or worse, we can all probably agree there's no one in the world quite like Hef. Harris told People, There never has and never will be another Hugh M. Hefner. Check out one of our latest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.